Do your feet feel like two lead bricks by 3 in the afternoon? Do you ever sit down at the end of the day and notice your ankles are puffy, your legs are throbbing, and your toes feel like they have been asleep for hours? Maybe you have even woken up in the middle of the night with a leg cramp so bad it stopped you cold. If any of that sounds like your life, I want you to know something important. That is not just getting older. That is not just being on your feet too much. That is your body sending you a clear message. And today, we are going to talk about exactly what it is trying to tell you and 6 vitamins that can genuinely turn things around. Stay with me, because what you are about to hear could change how you feel every single day. Here's something most doctors do not have time to tell you at a 15-minute checkup. Poor circulation in your legs and feet is one of the most common and most overlooked health issues in America. We are talking about an estimated 8 to 10 million Americans dealing with peripheral artery disease alone. And that does not even count the millions more suffering from chronic leg fatigue, numbness, cold feet, and nighttime cramps. Most of them have no idea why it keeps happening. Here's the truth. A huge part of the problem is not just lifestyle. It's nutrition, specifically what your blood vessels, your nerves, and your red blood cells are desperately missing. These 6 vitamins, they are not trendy, they are not expensive, they are not some new internet gimmick. They are what your circulatory system actually needs to do its job properly. So let's get into it. Number 1 is vitamin B3, also called niacin. And if you've never heard this name in connection with circulation, you are not alone. But you are about to have a "why did no one tell me this sooner" moment. Here's the simple version. Your blood vessels are like pipes, and over time, from stress, poor diet, and aging, those pipes get tighter and stiffer. Less blood gets through. That's when your legs start to ache. That's when your feet feel ice cold. Niacin is one of the most well-studied nutrients for something called vasodilation, which is just a fancy word for opening up those pipes. It relaxes the walls of your blood vessels so blood can flow freely again, all the way down to your toes. It also raises your good HDL cholesterol and lowers the bad LDL, so it's doing double duty for your heart and your legs at the same time. Where do you find it in everyday American food? Chicken breast, canned tuna, peanut butter, mushrooms, and whole grain bread. If you go the supplement route, look for something called niacinamide. It gives you the same benefits without the flush, that hot, red, tingly feeling some people get from regular niacin pills. This is a powerhouse vitamin, and most people are walking around without nearly enough of it. Vitamin E. This one has been sitting in American medicine cabinets for decades, but most people don't know the real reason why it matters for circulation. Think about what happens when your blood gets too thick or sticky. Platelets start clumping together. Blood moves slower. Less oxygen reaches your legs and feet. That is when you feel that heavy, dragging tiredness in your lower body, even when you have not done much. Vitamin E is a natural anticoagulant, meaning it helps prevent that stickiness and keeps your blood moving the way it is supposed to, smooth, steady, consistent. It is also one of the most powerful antioxidants we know of, which means it protects the inner walls of your blood vessels from daily damage caused by inflammation, pollution, and oxidative stress. And here's what makes vitamin E so accessible. Everyday American foods are loaded with it. Almonds, which most of us already snack on, sunflower seeds, spinach, avocado toast, yes, that counts, and extra virgin olive oil. 1 small handful of almonds a day, that is it. Do not underestimate that. If your legs feel tired and heavy by mid-afternoon and you are not eating any of these foods regularly, that might be your first clue right there. Okay, vitamin C, you know this one. Oranges, cold and flu season, your mom telling you to drink orange juice when you were sick. But here's what they never taught you in school, and it directly explains why your legs might be struggling. Vitamin C is the key ingredient your body uses to produce collagen. And collagen is not just for your skin and joints. The walls of every single blood vessel in your body are built from collagen. When you're low on vitamin C, those walls weaken, they lose elasticity, they stiffen. They cannot expand and contract the way they need to in order to push blood all the way down to your feet. On top of that, vitamin C is a fierce anti-inflammatory. And chronic low-grade inflammation, the kind most Americans carry from processed food, stress, and poor sleep, is one of the leading silent causes of circulation problems. So where do you get vitamin C in a typical American diet? Bell peppers. Surprisingly, they actually have more vitamin C than oranges. Strawberries, broccoli, kiwi, and yes, your classic orange juice. The recommended daily amount is 65 to 90 milligrams for most adults. One medium orange gets you there. 1 cup of cooked broccoli doubles it. This is one of the easiest vitamins to get, and yet so many people are still running low. If you're not eating fresh fruits or vegetables regularly, your circulation is paying the price. Here's the one that truly surprises people: vitamin D. Most Americans think of vitamin D and they think calcium, strong bones, don't want to get rickets. Fine, but that's just scratching the surface. Research now shows that low vitamin D is directly connected to peripheral artery disease, one of the most common causes of leg pain and poor circulation in the United States. When vitamin D is low, the smooth muscle cells in your artery walls don't function properly. Your arteries stiffen, blood pressure climbs, and circulation to your extremities, your legs, your feet, suffers dramatically. Here's the scary part. The CDC estimates that about 42% of American adults are vitamin D deficient. And a big reason why? We spend most of our time indoors. Drive to work, sit at a desk under fluorescent lights, drive home, watch TV, go to bed. Sound familiar? Signs you might be low on vitamin D: constant fatigue, weak legs, cold feet, and feeling run down even when you've gotten enough sleep. How to fix it? Get 15 to 20 minutes of direct sunlight daily when you can. Eat fatty fish like salmon or mackerel, egg yolks, fortified milk or orange juice.
And if you live in the Northeast, the Midwest, or anywhere that sees long gray winters, a vitamin D3 supplement is something you should seriously talk to your doctor about. This is not optional if you want healthy circulation. Your arteries need vitamin D to stay flexible and open. This next one is absolutely critical, and if you are over 40, please pay close attention: vitamin B12. Now, most people associate B12 with energy, and yes, it absolutely helps with that, but here is what it's really doing for your legs and feet. B12 has 2 jobs that directly affect circulation. First, it protects your peripheral nerves, the nerves that run through your legs and feet. When B12 is low, those nerves start to break down. You feel tingling, numbness, that pins and needles sensation, sometimes burning, sometimes just complete numbness in the toes. People often get told that is just poor circulation, and while circulation plays a role, it is often the nerves literally screaming for B12. Second, B12 is essential for producing healthy red blood cells, and red blood cells are your body's oxygen delivery trucks. Without enough B12, you do not make enough trucks, and your legs and feet end up starving for oxygen. That is when you feel weak, exhausted, and like your legs are made of cement. Where do you get B12? Beef, clams, which are one of the richest sources on the planet, dairy products, eggs, and fortified breakfast cereals. Now here's what is really important. If you are vegetarian or vegan, this is non-negotiable. You need a B12 supplement. Plants do not make B12, period. And even for meat eaters over 50, absorption drops with age, so a supplement or fortified foods are absolutely worth considering. If you've been dealing with numb, tingling feet for months or years and nobody has checked your B12 levels, that is a conversation you need to have with your doctor immediately. And number 6, this is the one most people have genuinely never heard of: vitamin K2. Not vitamin K, which is in leafy greens and helps your blood clot. K2. They are very different, and K2 is a total game changer for circulation. Here's the problem it solves, and this is happening inside millions of American bodies right now without them even knowing. When calcium does not get properly directed in your body, it ends up in places it should not be, like the walls of your arteries. This is called arterial calcification. Your arteries literally start to harden from calcium deposits building up inside them. Stiff arteries, reduced blood flow, higher blood pressure, cold, aching legs and feet. Vitamin K2's job is to activate the proteins that say, "Hey, calcium, you belong in the bones, not the arteries. Move along." It's like a traffic cop for calcium. And without K2 doing its job, that calcium goes rogue and parks itself in your blood vessels. Studies have shown that people with higher K2 intake have significantly less arterial calcification and better cardiovascular outcomes overall. Where do you get vitamin K2 in America? Hard cheeses like Gouda and Edam are among the best sources. Egg yolks, dark chicken meat, and fermented foods if you're feeling adventurous. A popular combination you'll find in supplements is K2 paired with vitamin D3, and honestly, that pairing is one of the most powerful things you can do for your overall vascular health and bone health together. If you have never paid attention to K2 before, this might be the single most underrated nutrient for keeping your arteries clean and your circulation strong. Okay, let us lock this in. Here are your 6 circulation-boosting vitamins. Write these down or screenshot this. Number 1, vitamin B3, niacin, opens and relaxes your blood vessels, found in chicken, tuna, and peanut butter. Number 2, vitamin E, keeps blood from getting thick and sticky, found in almonds, avocado, and spinach. Number 3, vitamin C, builds strong, flexible blood vessel walls, found in bell peppers, orange juice, and strawberries. Number 4, vitamin D, keeps your arteries healthy and fights fatigue. Get some sunlight, eat salmon. Number 5, vitamin B12, protects your nerves and builds red blood cells, found in beef, eggs, and dairy. Number 6, vitamin K2, keeps calcium out of your arteries and in your bones, found in hard cheeses and egg yolks. 6 vitamins, all of them real, all of them accessible, most of them hiding in foods you already know. You do not have to do everything at once. Pick one vitamin, start there, be consistent. I want to say something real to you before you go. A lot of people watching this video have been quietly suffering for a long time. Tired legs, swollen feet at the end of the day, waking up at 2 a.m. with a cramp that drops you to the floor, feeling like your body just is not working right anymore. And you have probably been told, lose weight, exercise more, drink more water. And maybe that is all true, but what nobody is saying loudly enough is this: your body might just be nutritionally depleted, and depleted bodies cannot circulate properly. They cannot heal properly. They cannot feel good. But here's the thing about nutrition. It's one of the most fixable things in your life. You are not stuck. You are not too far gone. Your legs, your feet, your blood vessels, they respond to being nourished, sometimes faster than you would believe. So start today, a little better than yesterday. 1 handful of almonds, 1 glass of fortified orange juice, 1 20-minute walk in the afternoon sun. It adds up. I promise you it adds up. If this video helped you, please share it with someone you love, a parent, a partner, a friend who has been complaining about tired, achy legs. You might be giving them something they've been searching for. And leave me a comment down below. Which vitamin shocked you the most? I read every single one. Take care of those legs. They've still got miles to go. Thanks for watching.